Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Bible Belt Bros podcast. Today, back in the studio office is my guest of honor, co-host, the one fish.
Let's just be truthful. I'm your number one guest.
I mean,
At this point, I'm just a guest.
At this point, he wasn't here last week on a podcast. You probably didn't care or didn't even realize it. But this week he shows up and he's in spandex shorts, a skin-tight shirt, and he rode a bicycle. Andrew, blink twice if you're held captive.
Bro, I was trying to dress up for you.
Well, I don't know what kind of... Just showing your package to me like that is not kind of what I was expecting.
Your wife told me she liked tight, or that you like tight clothes.
You talk about my tight pants. Got my tight pants on.
No, so I've been cycling through Houston with the Wounded Warrior Project.
Interesting. So how long have you been cycling?
A couple days. So I went down to Houston with the Wounded Warrior Project. I cycled 2 days. I came home, and I've cycled twice since then, and that includes today.
So there's one thing I know about Andrew is when he gets on to something, he's 100% on it for a few months.
That's right.
So right now, Andrew is like master cycler.
That's right.
Cycling everywhere, and you can find him on the side of the road, huffing and puffing, because Oklahoma is a lot different to ride in than Houston was.
So Houston was extremely flat. Like what people assume Oklahoma is what Houston was. And so I could ride, like the first day we rode 17.1 miles, and I wasn't huffing and puffing until like mile 14, 15 on day one, and, had no problems. Day two, we rode 18.9 miles, and I was huffing and puffing about 13 miles in. And then we took a break, and the last 5-6 miles was no problem. Here, it's like a mile to your house, and I was huffing and puffing when I got here.
Yeah.
Because it's all hills.
Sweaty and nasty, like sitting in my furniture.
That's right.
This is fantastic.
You're welcome.
Let's go back to that where we used to, you'd be at your own house recording, and I'd be here recording.
Right.
I don't have to smell you or see your package. That'd be great.
Oh, come on. You like this.
Okay, maybe a little. No, I'm joking. People don't know me well enough that listen to this to know that was a joke.
Maybe this is why your dog doesn't like me.
Probably. Golly.
So I don't know if you've ever worn cycling shorts, but they have a pad on the butt to help the seat be more bearable. Mm-hmm. But you can't put your legs together.
That's weird.
That's why I'm kind of sitting like this.
Yeah, you're spread eagle.
That's right.
On my...
But that pad, it pinches parts that shouldn't pinch. So
interesting.
Yeah, but hey, I'm going to try and get into this. I need a low impact.
You're going to be one of those guys
exercise.
who always wear biker shorts and stuff around town.
Yeah, like our old pastor.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, he used to do that all the time.
Yes, that's going to be me. No, I need to lose weight. I'm doing this diet thing with you, or it's not diet, It's an intermittent fasting.
Which we might talk about later. We have a buddy we're trying to schedule to get on here, Rob. Is it Rob? Rod?
Rob, I think.
Rob? Yeah.
Don't get me lying to you.
Okay. Anyways, he's I follow him on Facebook, and he works out like crazy, dude, so he'll get us into shape for sure.
Dude, that would be awesome. Because, although I am a shape, I'm not the shape I want to be in.
You're the shape of Buddha. You know that? Have you seen that shirt where, like, I got a body of the god?
Yeah.
But too bad it's Buddha.
Yeah.
Something like it's funny.
I think, too bad it's the wrong god.
Yeah.
And Buddha. Yeah.
So while you're gone, Andrew, I got this nasty little scar here.
Ooh, I didn't even see that.
Okay, well, let me tell you the story.
Okay.
Because it's a great one. So it's one that I'm going to tell the next generations to come. They're going to be like, Grandpa, how did you get this scar? And I'll be like, well, let me tell you, back in 2018, I was walking the dog outside in the dark, and there's a horseshoe pit that just is in the middle of the yard, a pretty big yard, might I add, and I happened to take a step right before the horseshoe pit, and so when I brought my foot up, it just scraped through the horseshoe pit and scarred up my leg.
What are the odds of that happening?
I know, it's like in the middle of the yard. And so but the odds are pretty good, Andrew, because I did it twice. But it's just like a pole in the middle of the yard.
Wow, man.
And I guess the path that I walk is through the pole.
Wow. Not once, but twice.
Exactly.
So what you're saying is I really need to get that horseshoe pit up and going.
Yeah, if you get some sand in there, like I'd maybe like take a step and be like, oh, that's the wrong.
Some timbers around it, maybe.
Yeah, golly.
Good job, Dustin.
But it hurt like crazy, and I said some naughty words.
I bet. Well, if you get that battery charged on the Bobcat, I'll get out there.
All right. Deal. I got to air up the tire as well, so we got to hope that didn't break a seal or anything.
Yeah.
Otherwise
you just take it up to Cecil and Sons, and they reseal it
well,
and air it up.
Grandpa said it's really hard to jack up.
Yeah, I bet.
It's super heavy.
I bet. Especially on that soft ground out there.
And I know nothing about
anything.
So, welcome to the podcast. So, Andrew, you had a topic of discussion.
I did, but first I have a story.
Okay.
So I was mowing my yard the other day, and when I mow the yard, I don't have my phone on me because I get sweaty, and I don't want to get my phone sweaty. And I don't take my keys outside with me. One, that wouldn't do any good because I don't have. The only thing on my keychain is my car key and a USB drive. So I'm out there mowing, and Lisa and we went and got a battery-powered mower. So we're being all tree hugger-ish like.
Mm-hmm.
Not using gas.
Okay.
Not really the reason why, but I just want to be able to mow at like 6 in the morning and not bother my neighbors.
Right.
So
okay.
It's
good,
really quiet.
Good thing.
I like it, actually. It's not bad. So I'm out there mowing, and I guess Lisa doesn't know I'm out there, so she opens up the door and lets the dogs out, and then I kind of yell.
Women.
I know, right? Oh. And I kind of yell at her, tell her to take the dogs back inside, and how, kind of this attitude, how do you not know I'm out here?
Yeah.
Type thing.
Like, woman, can you see I'm doing manual labor outside this early in the morning?
Right.
And you can't appreciate
So it's actually funny because normally she mowed. Well, all last summer she mowed. I've mowed 3 times this year, so I'm like, heck yeah. Already beaten my record from last year.
The yard work is probably the only thing I participate in helping around the house. So I'll take it. It sucks.
Nice.
Weed eat, like this yard is so
Oh, yes.
huge, and I was weed eating all night last
You
night.
need to get one of those push weed eaters then. It goes so much faster.
Cool.
Yeah. Anyways, go on to my story. So she lets the dogs in, and I guess when she does, she locks the door. I finish mowing. I don't even check it. I mow. I then get out the hose. I water the grass. I weed and feed the grass so that, our grass will be nice and luscious.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, about an hour later, or probably 30 minutes later, I go to walk inside. The door's locked. I'm like, oh, okay. She, locked the door, and I know it. No worries.
Safety first.
I'll go around the house and go in, the front. Front door's locked. That figures. But what door do I never lock? I never lock the garage door. So, and I have a keypad to my garage.
Correct.
So I can just punch in the code, open the garage, go in through the laundry room door.
Yeah, easy.
So I walk in. It's locked. Now I'm fuming. I'm like, why in the frick would she lock this door? The garage door is the most secure door in the house.
The garage door is what is locked, not the door going into the garage. Should always be open.
Right. And so, yeah, I'm like, crap. I don't have my phone, my phone is my key to the house. I don't have a key to the house because, so I keep a key ring in the garage for that exact reason right there.
Mm-hmm.
So I go grab it, and it's the wrong key ring.
Oh, my gosh.
Who in the world?
I'm picturing you right now in spandex shorts and no shirt on.
No.
Okay.
What was I? I don't remember. It was not bad, though. So now I'm like, why in the frick would she move my keys? Because I don't remember these keys. Who else would remember these keys?
The guy with short-term memory loss.
Right.
He knows where everything is.
I just know where that stuff is. That stuff I've committed to my long term. That's how I knew where the key ring was. And so I throw the keys. I'm pretty fuming at this point. Throw the keys, luckily, you know me, my house is very tech savvy, right? So I go up to my doorbell, I ring my doorbell. I could see that she answered the doorbell, but she's not talking. So I just picture her just looking at me, laughing at me, like, ha ha! And then she hangs up. So when you answer it, the ring around my doorbell is solid blue. When you hang up, it goes away. So what do? I ring the doorbell again.
You ring it twice as hard.
Yeah, thinking that's going to help. Does it? No. She answers again. She still doesn't talk. What the frick? Now I'm getting PO'd. And she hangs up again. So I just lay into this doorbell. Ding, 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 ding. Like that doesn't any good because it doesn't.
It's like one signal gets sent.
Yeah. But I'm in there making my dogs mad. Ding, 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 because it still rings my doorbell, inside doorbell. And anyways, about 10, 15 minutes of this, she finally shows up at the house. By this point, I'm trying to already break into one of my windows. So I had I had two other modes of transportation. I could have gone to get the keys. I had my motorcycle because I had my key out in the garage with the motorcycle, and I had my bicycle. I could have come over to your house and used your cell phone to call my wife. Did I? No. I got mad.
You rang the doorbell.
I rang the doorbell. And then I tried to break into the house, and I was seriously about
I was actually expecting you to have cut a hole through the garage door by this point. You grabbed out a saw and just...
No, I was actually about to pick up a rock and just smash a window because I was that mad.
I believe it, ladies and gentlemen.
And my wife showed up, and she was very, very sorry. And so I found this out. My wife has apology gifts in the house.
That's great!
And apology cards. She got out a card. She got out a gift. She put it on my desk. And now I have this new bottle keeper. It's pretty freaking sweet. I'm like, why don't you make me mad more often?
Now you're going to get mad about nothing.
That's right.
Just to get another gift.
Yeah.
You're going to be like ravishing through the house trying to find where her gifts are.
Well, I know every inch of that house. Where does she keep these gifts? That's what I want to know. So, yeah, I'm going to become more sensitive. I'm going to become a snowflake.
Well, that is great on her part to have that in mind. Because that's kind of your love language. Both of you guys, really, I see as gifts.
So it's funny because Lisa and I just did, we went to this marriage retreat in Pennsylvania. We did the 5 love languages again. Neither one of our love languages is gifts.
Well, you guys lied then.
We must have.
Because you guys out-gift each other. That's your thing, is to out-gift each other.
It really is.
And so, that's how you're proving who loves the other better. And so
mine is actually works. My love language is works. Help me do something. And then to me showing, I help you do stuff. Hence me coming over and doing stuff at your house. I'm showing you love.
Hence me never coming over to your house.
You don't love me, you jerk. That's exactly what I get.
When I used to work out at the gym before they closed down, there's this guy, Daniel, and he has a hard time remembering birthdays and anniversaries and stuff. And so he actually...
Thank goodness for Facebook.
Yes. But what he did... And his wife knows it, and she's cool with it because he's being proactive, because he's terrible at remembering. So he actually buys all the cards a year in advance. So he'll buy every birthday card for everybody that has a birthday this year that he gives a card to. He buys anniversary cards, Valentine's Day cards, and he just kind of has them stored away. So when he's wakes up and he goes, oh, crap, it's her birthday today, he's already got a card picked out, and he can sign
Smart.
it. And so it's kind of the same concept of, some people, The day of is really important to them, and so even if
other people, it's the month of
the whole month, yeah, exactly.
Aren't you glad?
Yeah. And with my wife, she makes it sound like she doesn't care at all, which I think she cares a little bit, but she
cares.
Probably me. But she definitely doesn't care about the day itself. It's just around that time period. Like if Valentine's Day is on Tuesday. We're not going to do something Tuesday night. We're going to go out on Friday night or something and do something. And we typically like the same things, so it's like I'm having a party for myself.
Right.
I just kind of plan on what do I want to do, because I know she'd want to do it too. It's kind of how we do it.
So I work for a builder. Well, I work with a builder.
Okay.
And and people like that, they tend to get schmoozed, right?
Mm-hmm.
So one of their distributors, their main distributor, took them out axe throwing yesterday in Tulsa. It's a place in Tulsa. It's really sweet.
I think I've seen pictures of it,
And you just throw axes and you drink beer the whole time.
which is a great safety
Right?
combination.
I mean, they have you sign a waiver. But, so I went axe throwing yesterday, and it's funny. Lisa was like, poor you. But it's funny because they scheduled it for like 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I don't leave work till like 5, 6 sometimes.
Mhm.
And my boss is like, you should go, you should go. And he wasn't going, and my other coworker wasn't going. And so I'm thinking, somebody does need to represent the realty side of this.
Well, yeah, you're gonna take this bullet.
Right. So it's kind of bad when your boss forces you to go throw axes and drink beer.
Mm-hmm. That's great.
So, and then of course all the owners of the company were there. All the office ladies were there. It was pretty fun.
I kind of wish I worked for my wife's company because they have vendors coming in all the time with like ice cream
Yeah.
and Chick-fil-A, catered food, which I would be a lot fatter probably. But because my wife has great self-control, I, on the other hand, do not.
I 99% of the time do. Last night I broke down and ate after 8.
Oh,
It's my first time since
well,
I
that's the
started
cool
this.
thing with this whole diet is you just start over. Like you're not like
Right.
killing yourself. You don't get the gains maybe that you would have got.
Yeah, so in the mornings I'm usually down 2 pounds. This morning I was actually up a pound.
Yeah. Well, I fluctuate like that most days anyway, too. We'll talk about that some other podcast.
All right, so let's move on to the topic.
Our friend Rod or Rob. Okay, so here's the thing, Andrew. This is why we don't have the podcast live, in case anybody's wondering. Like, when I show up with a surprise topic for Andrew, I know it's going to be okay to air on where my mom
Mine's
can
always
listen.
okay. Especially
Andrew, you never know what's going to come out of his mouth. So,
you don't. You really don't.
And so, if I don't, if it gets crazy, I can just edit it out.
But no, I just want to have a discussion.
Okay, here we go.
Is Satan male or female? That's all I want to know. Because here's my reasoning to think Satan is male, but at the same time. So I have both sides. When first,
Where did you come up with this topic?
I was just driving down the road
Oh gosh,
and thinking, and for some reason, it's popped in my head: is Satan
'Cause
male or female?
You talk to Satan while you're driving down the road,
yeah.
or was
No.
this right after you got mad at your wife and you're thinking Satan?
It's actually it was right after that, so it might be that. So here's my reasoning for thinking.
Because you're like, he's definitely a female. Satan is my wife.
So here's my reasoning for thinking Satan is a female. When was the last time a woman did something a male told him to do without putting up a fight? Satan told Eve to eat the apple, and she didn't put up a fight.
Oh.
She just ate the apple,
Mhm.
right? Introducing sin into our lives. When was the last time a female did something without a fight?
These are the kind of topics where I wish I would know somewhat in advance so I could not just
That's what I didn't want.
blatantly look
I
stupid
did
when
not
I'm
want you
trying
to
to
look.
quote things here. Isn't Satan's name is Michael? Wasn't he the
No.
fallen angel?
No, Michael.
Who's the fallen angel?
Michael is the
Oh, duh. He's
Michael the archangel, the strongest of the angels.
Satan was
Lucifer.
Lucifer.
Yes,
And he was a worship leader.
yes,
Which is why music is very
evil.
evil.
Yes.
They were very influential and
Yes.
can be used
So
for
speaking
evil.
of music, I
Illuminati.
loved what you had playing when I came in. What was that?
Oh, it was Mac Brock, Do It Again, Elevation Worship.
Oh,
I love-
Elevation. Okay,
I love that song.
that's all you had to say.
But it's Mac Brock from Elevation.
Gotcha,
He's
yeah.
doing his own thing now.
Awesome. It had a great sound to it.
Love it.
So, all right, get back to Satan or music is evil.
Okay,
Satan,
so music
female.
is evil, so that has nothing to do with your question. But isn't there, and again, I wish you would have let me look this up, because now I'm just going to sound like an idiot, and your dad's going to be cussing up a storm,
I know, right?
who is a pastor, by the way. He's going
Right.
to be cussing up a storm about how everything I'm quoting right now is wrong,
And you are stupid.
and I'm stupid. We should have him on the podcast again. See, he can be like our review guy. You know, like okay,
How
so
would we-
our corrections.
Right.
So we go like, okay, on this episode, what was?
Oh, there you go.
He'd be like,
I
well,
got you.
all right, here's the deal. I'm like,
Dusty, you are still stupid.
you said Michael was Satan, and that is wrong. Like I'm already wrong starting this out. Michael is a fallen angel, though, right?
No, Michael is the strongest of the
Oh,
angels.
he's like the best
he
angel.
is the archangel.
Michael's the best one,
Like Michael is God's right hand man.
and Lucifer's the fallen angel.
Yes. So see, there's another Lucifer. Could be Lucy.
Lucy. But let me. Would you rather have? This is gonna get sexist real fast. Would you rather have a male worship leader or a female worship
Male,
leader?
and that's why I'm thinking. That's why
Me
I was
too.
thinking
But-
Lucifer was a male.
Because the ladies sing so high, and then we have to sing.
harmonize.
We have to sing the bass part because that's the only thing we can sing when it comes to that.
I don't know. I was alto.
So, anyways, I have been in the midst of male and female worship leaders, and Carrie Job is awesome, but I would rather have Mac Brock, or I'd rather have Ren Collective. You know, I'd rather have one or two songs with the female, but majority of the male, and that's just because I'm sexist.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. There are songs that need to be led by a female, in my opinion, but 90% of the time, I want a male singing.
Okay, so my thought in this, Andrew, with zero research, is that, and I'm going to preface everything with, I don't know, but here's what I know.
There you go.
And so your dad can't get mad.
So
at
here,
me.
let me also caveat this. I did not research this either.
Gosh. So you have no input. Okay, so my thought is, because there's also debate, is Jesus or is God male or female? And so, because, I think what people are drawn to is God is both male and female. Like God is that called asexual?
So
In heaven, is there male and female, or is it just one?
spirits, my opinion, can't have a gender, which Jesus and Satan both are, but they came down in body form, so at that point they have a gender.
Came down and
Actually, Satan came in as a
my
snake.
soul.
So
Satan,
do snakes have genders?
Satan can become
Shift.
anything.
Right.
Yeah, he's a shapeshifter.
Right.
What was that show?
That was Shapeshifter.
No.
Wasn't that the show?
No, it.
The name of the show. I remember. I
think
know
it
what you're
starts with
talking
an
about.
F.
Freaky Friday. Just kidding. That was Lindsay Lohan.
Female devil. Okay,
Okay.
we're on the same page.
My wife locked me out of the house. She's Satan.
Yeah,
Point proven.
it's like cats are evil kind of points. Okay, so I feel like Satan would be neither. Satan would be. Is the word asexual?
I think it is. I don't know.
In-
Hermaphrodite.
Satan is trans. And so I think that's because he's gonna have he's able to
You
tempt
keep saying
both.
he, so you are saying Satan's
Well,
a
I'm
man.
doing it in the Espanol phrasing where it's always the male form unless it's 100% female, right?
I don't know. Espanol.
Well, nah, like I paid attention a
Taco?
little bit.
Dos Equis?
Taco,
Tecate?
it's not taka, like because taco, it's the male. I don't know.
Whoa! Dusty!
Tacos have penises.
I no longer want to eat tacos.
So that's what I would say, Andrew, is that there is no male-female separation when it comes to the spiritual realm.
I already said that. You got to come up with something different.
Then I'll say Satan is a female because he's weak.
He.
See-
He is a female.
He is a female. She, that's just weird.
It?
Okay, so it is a female because, like you said, like men cannot tell women what to do. They can never get their point across, and they don't understand women. But Satan does.
Exactly.
Satan can.
And the only way to understand a woman
is to be a woman.
There you go.
And men men is just like we do whatever. We don't even have control over ourselves.
Especially if a woman tells us to do something, we just do it.
We just do it because, you must be right.
Unless you're my wife, and then I fight you.
But you still end up doing it.
I usually
just
do.
when it's your own idea.
That's why I cook dinner.
It's like when Shay goes, "Would you do the dishes?" And I'll be like, "Well, I'm only doing the dishes because I want to do the dishes."
And I thought about it before you told me.
Yes, and I was debating on whether or not I should do it now or later, and I think now is a good time. No, she never asked me to do the dishes anyway. Thank you, Shay.
So neither is my wife. We have this understanding: if I cook, she does dishes.
Don't even say that on the podcast because Shay listens, and we don't even do that.
But
either.
wait, if she cooks, she does dishes. That's our understanding.
Oh, okay.
So she always does dishes.
So she always does the dishes. That's okay. Because some people will be like, I cook, and if I cook, she does the dishes, and if she cooks,
Right.
I do the dishes.
I knew
I'm
what
like,
you were
no,
thinking.
don't put me in that. Don't put me in that
I knew what
box.
you were thinking. But no, I'm
Satan.
I made,
Female came up with that rule.
right? Bro, so I made chicken cordon bleu last night. Delicioso. It was good.
That was Spanish, and you used the male for
That was
form.
Italian.
Oh, it was Italian. I just heard the O. Delicioso. Is that Spanish or Italian? Tune in. Comment below. I don't know if you can do that on podcast. Comment.
Well, when you share it on Facebook, they can comment on it.
True. Comment below. Like and subscribe and comment below. Hey, we're on
Hit that smash button.
We're on Spotify, which is kind of cool and weird.
That is pretty cool. I've actually bragged about that to people.
Yeah, like there's not very many podcasts on. There's a fairly new thing that they're doing. So our podcast was one that made the cut.
That's awesome. I wonder if we're like the only Christian podcast that tried for it.
I don't know. That's just weird. Which to me, like, so when we're in the Christian genre, we're competing with the Craig Groeschel podcast, which we will never,
ouch.
Like that's, so we're never
Bad
going to,
Christians.
or bad Christian podcast. But even then, like, it's like the Joel Osteens and the Craig Groeschels and the Stephen Furticks. It's like all these mega churches that are going to have so many more plays. And so they're just, so maybe we shouldn't be a Christian podcast. I don't know.
No, I like it.
I'm just joking. We'll be a Christian podcast.
I kind of like this Jesus guy.
Yeah, he's pretty cool.
Yeah.
For a male. I don't know.
For a male.
Okay, well, Andrew, that's we'll just wrap it up there. Satan, we decided, is either not sexual or female, but he's definitely not a male.
Right. He
It's
is
loose,
not a male. Good job, Dusty.
Lucy is the name of her, and not in loose. It's like how we named Darcy, but it's really Darcine.
Oh.
Is her name. But
okay.
call
So
him
like
Darcy.
Isabel is Z.
Yeah.
I got you.
So Lucy. So now if you're being tempted, just get behind me, Lucy.
Get behind me, Lucy.
And you got it.
Lucy doesn't listen. Females don't listen to men.
Exactly. So they just persistent.
That's right.
So there's a lot of female characteristics.
In Satan.
Yeah. So
There's also a lot
I think we've solved the question.
There's also a lot of in that same phrase. There's a lot of satanic characteristics in women.
Yeah. And men are just the fallen generation. Like men are like the Israelites, where we get corrected and we're like, you're right. Let's follow Jesus again, and then we just do the same stupid
thing over and over
stuff.
and over.
Yeah, good word, because that was whoa,
Dusty.
a little early, I guess, for that kind of topic. Okay, all right. Well, thanks for tuning in, guys. We'll try to get our friend Rod, but starts with an R. And we'll talk about.
He is that good of a friend that we know his name.
Yeah, we know his name. Well, he's a Cali friend, so we got to get on his time zone. And so, anyways, we'll try to talk about some intermittent fasting and some working out stuff. And we'll check in with Andrew, who's been on this train. I'm down 22 pounds. Andrew, how much are you down so far?
8 pounds.
8 pounds in how many weeks?
So I lost 8. I actually lost 10 pounds in 1 week, but I've gained 2 pounds. So 8
well,
pounds
it's going to fluctuate.
So now it's 8 pounds in 2 weeks.
He's lost 8 pounds in 2 weeks. I'm down 22 pounds in a few months. I'm kind of plateaued right now. I should work out with it, and that would probably help me too.
Well, and that's what it's actually why I rode over here today. Because I'm going to use your gym and then ride home. Because I plateaued.
Yeah, and so we'll talk about that more. A lot of people have been talking to me and been interested in it, and it's a really easy. It's not even a diet, really. It's just
it's a lifestyle change.
It's just a kind of a lifestyle when you eat kind of change. So we'll tune in for that. Hopefully next week we'll get our buddy on, and we'll become more buddies, and I'll know his name correctly.
And guys, I will be here next week. I am the permanent guest again.
And when your wife tells you to do chores, say, "Get behind me, Satan!"
Get behind me, Lucy!
Lucy! We'll see you next week.